Yeah. Shalom Yahweh, Shalom Yahweh, Shema Shabrakatah to our brothers, Shalom Shemar, the Tabah, Shema Shah to our sisters. There's the ISUPK Sabbath service coming out of Arizona. Police officer fit the result with down. It's like for the very late start. There's a lot of technical difficulties today trying to get everything up and running. With that, some titles in the class be in Genesis 35th chapter, verse 19 to 30 to 36th chapter, verse 38. So we're going to. It's all about today is basically about Esau's descendants. That's what today is going to be on, and the descendants of Esau. All right, so we're gonna say already way behind. Not gonna waste too much time. We're going to get to the Lord's Prayer. We're gonna jump right into stock. Yeah, so like I said, yes, some not I guess. So, but some people showed up right now trying to come in for Sabbath, and they're sitting for a couple. And they're sitting for it's a couple that showed up when they come for Sabbath. No, they know. Constantly, yeah, he's got the flavor. Gotcha. We just having wait. Just leave my side for now. Okay. Yeah, it's a man and woman and they baby. So, counts. Come on. I'm late today. Yeah, so I should just started. Sorry about that. I thought I was somebody knocking. Yeah. No, we actually did. We came and checked. I was like, oh, it's closed. Yeah. No, so I was like, service. I was like, I'm somebody knocking. Can't see. Oh, well, because we walked over there, like, we were in the wrong place, but I realized. I want to be done outside.
Yes.
Alright, so y'all just want like a flyer, just want to sit for the service.
What it will, yeah, sure. I guess we chose this far.
Yeah, we drove pretty far. So we don't mind
Well,
staying
not the
for.
farthest, but you know, it's not. We didn't try to flash now, but yeah, we see what you got to say.
Yeah. All right. First, before I start, so what's your nationality?
I would say, I guess I'm black.
I'm Guatemalan.
Yeah.
Guatemala? Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to find my.
and I try to use the both.
You Spanish?
I read Spanish. I could read Spanish.
The only file I got is in Spanish. All right, so right on. Yes. So I can excuse me. So sorry. So right now I'm going to go over like what we do on Sabbath service, Sabbath day. Sorry, y'all, live stream. I was live streaming too. So I'm tired. I worked all night.
That's good.
So normally, so I was about to get into. So what we normally do each Sabbath service, we start off with a group of prayers first that we go over, that we read in the ancient Hebrew and in English.
Okay.
And after that, then we'll get into what the topic of today is for the service.
Mm-hmm.
And that service in today's topic just so what each school, so the school is doing it right now is that at all schools and organizations, we're all reading through the Bible from Genesis to Malachi.
Okay.
So everybody's on the same page and reading the same thing. Today it's 49 verses each time. So these 49 verses are from Genesis 35 and 19 to 36 and 38. Mm-hmm. And those today's going over the generations of Esau. Okay. So that's kind of like today's topic. It won't be too long. I do have another brother. He's on this way over right now. Okay. Nick said everybody kind of running late this morning.
That's all good.
All right. So with that, so what we do is that we're going to say in Hebrew to rise and face the east. So for us, when we stand up, we're going to face towards that black wall right there. That's facing east. Okay. So I'm going to read the praise in Hebrew and English. Got about 5, 6 prayers to go over. Okay. And then we'll start the class. Any questions y'all have during the class, feel free to ask, whether it's on topic or off topic. If you got any questions, feel free to ask.
100%.
All right. So with that, like I said, we'll Majum to stand. Point hockey done. Turn it to the east. So we'll get into the prayer, starting with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Lathanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabwath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabwath Nawa, Wala'ah, Tabaya Nawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Wahashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Wa Allah, Wa Ta Parath, Iwalanyam, Aman. So in English, it reads, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. We have the Hakak, or the power, in the Hebrew first. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baba Kashah, Athala Nawa, Hakak, Hakak Larapa'ah, Ka, Makalah, Wakal, Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lakwayam, Hamathium, Hakak, Arkawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Dwada Aman. All right. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power here, all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to raise the dead. It's like they give us your power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. All right, got blessings for Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Wa'asher Allah, Wahabayas Saparyum, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Wa'adaman. Using English, Yahweh, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushai, Jesus, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hadna, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yumyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bala Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Bawa'aka, Ma'aitha, Wa'ai, Iwalam. In English, I lift my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He would not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee would not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth, even forevermore. All right, Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim, all Damaya Lakad, all Takarash, or all Tashakwat, all Kayahna, our Yebyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Yawa Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Yaitazawa, Altazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakak Yadam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shom Yashrala, Awada, Kaya, Nawaitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Bar Ya, Yakarathwa, Ahaya, Adawan, Wayashima Aliam, Mawa'aba, Wagarium, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashat, Anyashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Aimam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labayam Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamajin, Kasayad, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakar, Kayashwan, Nashamadwood, Ba'ayan Dara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shaitamwood, Nada, Yatmawa, Ka'arab, because of Abba, because of Bak, because of Zah, Mana'ai, Ka, Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Manawa, Na'awat, Alahaya, Shaitamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Napanya Raka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Wakala Haba, Talahat, Haryam, Khan, Tharadatma, Basairaka, Babasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Kuala One, Waya Bakashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Panyahum, Kuala One, Waya Bakashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya Bahawa, Ida Id, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya, Ata, Shemka, Yahweh, Dabatka, Ayawan, Al-Kar, Ha'arataza. All right, so Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off and be a nation. The name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asuras also joined with them, that hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. But their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, or their princes as Zabah, and as Zamuna, who said, let's take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, that the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth. All right, we got the blessings in the Hebrew. Baruch atah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Micah Allah, Wa Allahayim, Wa Dazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapim, Ha Saranyim, Akwat Zayayim, Akal Yayim, Wa Wathim, Yahweh, Wa Hashem Yahweh Shah, Wa Rahman. In English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, and them Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it. All right. It's all right, Sheldon. You can turn and be seated. Okay, so that was the prayers. We do those at the beginning and in a service. And so, slacking for my manners. My name is Razan. So in school, I'm precinct officer 50. So that's my title and rank. So I'm officer 50 in the school. So they said it's lucky for bad manners not tell my name first.
My name is Bianca.
All right.
Zion.
Right.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So say thank y'all for definitely joining today. Just like I was telling people on there, those first I was running late, then I had some difficulties getting the computer going because technology don't want to be helpful when it's time to be helpful.
Yeah.
All right, so like I said, so just because we're not want that, just because we're short on time, normally we read 7 verses in the Hebrew and then in English. Just because of the time constraint, we're just going to jump into start off in the English first. Like I said, y'all got any questions? I can just like I always ask. Like I said, doesn't have to be on topic, but I'm gonna go ahead and start reading. Like I said, we're in Genesis 35. We're starting off at verse 19. So before I do that, right, give a backdrop for those who might be watching or don't ain't caught up to where we're at. Like I said, we're reading everything. We're reading the whole Old Testament, from Genesis to Malachi. We've been doing this for the last few months now. You know, Genesis is a big book, so we're still in Genesis. So this is probably doing this for the next probably year or two, trying to read the whole thing. if every Sabbath service. All right, so in the 35th chapter, right, you got for the most part Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Jacob's already got his name changed to Israel. He's now left his uncle Laban, who, you know what I'm saying, who we went over that. Was talking about how unbrotherly Laban was to Jacob. You know, basically he saw how much rich he got having Jacob serve him and did not want to let him go. Even tried to hunt him down to slay him and take back his daughters that he gave to Jacob. So just in case Jacob knows he's going back, he's met with his brother Esau. Esau bared a grudge against him. And the significance of him seeing him and asking for passage through Esau's land was that, saying when you serve the Most High in everything that you do, there's nothing that he can't protect you from. Because Esau wanted to Esau wanted to slay his brother because he felt cheated. Because he felt like Jacob cheated him out of his inheritance. With Esau forgetting that he sold his birthright to his brother. It shows that that Esau is not a honorable man. Yeah. Right. And so for us in the school, we do teach that who we call so-called white people today are the descendants of Esau. That's what we see. That's what we see in archaeology too. For example, in Ezekiel 35th chapter, at the end it talks about Esau, Edom, and even all of Idumea. Idumea is just the Greek or Roman word for Edom, and Idumea is what we know as Grecians, Romans. That history they went from the Caucasus Mountains. They took over Rome, took over Greece and Rome, all those places, Italy. And they spread out to then cover all of Europe. So that's where we get from the history that those people are who they are today. Plus, with biblical prophecy, the Bible says that the end of the world or the end of a certain society or age is Esau. He's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that follow. So with prophecy, Esau has to be ruling on the earth at the time when Christ comes. So when Christ comes, he gets rid of Esau's society, then brings up the Israelites from then on. So that's just how. That's where we go. A lot of people say that Esau's already been destroyed, but it won't line up biblically. And so, right, like I said, today in the Bible, so we'll be going into his lineage and where he's from. If y'all don't know, Mount Seir is kind of located towards Turkey, yeah, which is where a lot of so-called white people, what we call white people today, live out there. Yeah. I never want to get anybody hung up on when we say we say so-called because we like to call people by their biblical names. Yes. So we say so-called, it's like they gave themselves the name white people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you only be known from where you came from. So then they be known as Caucasians, people of Mount Seir. You see the Mosiah refers to him oftentimes as, my son faced Mount Seir, yeah, whenever he wants to say something against the Edomites. And so not only that, but we also know that in the time where Christ comes, that they will be punished for the crimes against their brother. So when you look at it, Jacob and Esau were brothers, but of course the Mosiah said he separated them in the womb. So he said that in the womb, he told Rebecca, you got two men of people in you, two different people. And then the younger would serve the older. Yeah. I mean, it's like the older would serve the younger. So Esau came out first. And that's who Rebecca knew. Who, when she saw Esau come out first, and she saw Jacob come out second. She knew at that point, all right, so Jacob is the promised child. Just because he's not the older one. So she loved him. Isaac loved Esau just because he was a good hunter and could cook well.
Yeah.
And so it's like that. All that part didn't really matter. All I'm saying is that that's what we're going over today, showing who these people are, and where how it lines up in today's time, as we're preparing. You know what I'm saying, for Christ to come back, and what everybody, even most Christians would call these to be the end days. So for us, it's like this is the time to get right with God, serve Him. A lot of people say there's no way to serve perfectly, but that's just it's not true. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Christ served the Most High perfectly, but we also know that Enoch served the Most High perfectly. Noah did. Several people, Elijah, so he was taken up. He was taken up into the chariots. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't allowed to see death the way we see death. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't allowed to die here on earth. The Most High took him up because he served him so perfectly, and serving him perfectly is just obeying the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody makes mistakes. We're never saying that, you're not going to mess up. But when you obey the law, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying, and to the fullest of your heart, that's how you serve the Most High perfectly. So that's when the Most High says when Christ said to love your father and be perfect, as he said, that's what Christ is talking about. A lot of people said that you can't be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Mistakes happen. Yeah. But that's when God talks about perfection, he means in service to him. All right. So let me get started in these verses. Like I said, this is the book of Genesis. Did John need a Bible?
Oh.
Yeah.
We have one on the phone.
On the phone? Okay, yeah. On the phone, I got ones I got two right here. I got some up on the shelf over there if y'all need one. This is Genesis 35. This is verse 19. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrat, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set up a pillar upon her grave. That is a pillar of Rachel's grave until this day. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edar. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in the land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine. And Israel heard it. Right, so kind of a lot right there. That's saying Rachel was the wife that Jacob loved the most, right? He loved him more than Leah, and really he didn't really want Leah, but that's how Laban tricked him. That's the start of like seeing how Laban just wasn't an honorable man. You made a deal with the man for this woman, and on the night of the marriage celebration, after Jacob already had some drink and it's dark, instead of bringing Rachel to him, he brought Leah instead. When Jacob said, "Why'd you deal with me like this?" Laban's excuse was, "Well, I can't marry off the younger before the older sister," which I felt like he should have just been honest about that. Yeah. But like I said, he just saw how good he did in 7 years. So of course he wants to be deceitful and get another 7 years out of Jacob. And so that right there was just also a good story of finding a woman like Rachel that you're willing to work 17 years for. 17 years and 14 years. It's like to work for this woman that for 14 years you can't touch her, you can't lay with her. The most you can do is give her a hug. You know what I'm saying? So a woman like that is it's hard to find, especially in today's age. You know what I'm saying? So that's how much love he had for Rachel. You know what I'm saying? He loved her, but like I said, on the way to where he dealt with his father Abraham and Isaac. On the way back to that land, Rachel passes away. That's why he sets up the grave. Bethlehem is important because that's where That's where I believe David ends up coming out of. So that's just setting up where Bethlehem as the city and town started. And then of course, also talking about incest in his last verse 2, where his son Reuben laid with his concubine. Concubine just another type of wife, because Bilhah was a handmaid. So being that she was kind of like a servant, when a man lays with a servant, she's his wife, but she's seen as a concubine, so she's just a different type of wife. And that is considered in the Bible, that's considered incest for the son to lay with one of his father's wives. And so what Reuben did was a sin. And this is why Reuben doesn't have the inheritance of ruling of the Most High, of the Most High, of Christ coming from his line. You know what I'm saying? That's why that was ended up taken from him. See, the way it goes in Israelite culture, the oldest son is supposed to get the inheritance in the birthright. The inheritance is whatever the father leaves behind, which is most times money. All the possessions supposed to go into the son's name, and the oldest son from there takes care of all his siblings, if he has any, and whatever wives that the father may have. All that is not his responsibility. So he's supposed to take up all that. And that was at this point taken from Reuben because he sinned against his father and he sinned against the Most High by sleeping with his father's wife. All right. So continuing on. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. All right. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simeon and Levi and Judah and Issachar and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob, which were born to him in Padan Aram. And Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Mamre, unto the city of Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 140 years. And Isaac gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. All right, so for I don't know if you know, for a score is 20 years. So saying that Isaac was 180 when he passed. You know, you don't find many people living to that age these days.
Yes, sir.
All right, so starting at the 36th chapter. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zebulun the Hivite, and Bashemoth, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebajoth, and Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemoth bare Reuel, and Aholibamah bare Jesu, and Jaalam, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all of his substance which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob. For their riches were more than that they might dwell together. And the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. All right, so all that's saying is this is just giving. This is going over his sons and daughters that Esau had. They basically giving the generations of them. And so, all right, yeah, basically like saying the land at this point wasn't big enough for both Jacob and Esau. No, Esau had too many cattle, had too much cattle. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they so because it's too much. We got the back room since we want to go to the back room back here. This should be a chair inside. Yeah. So land wasn't gonna hold both Jacob's cattle and Esau's cattle. Esau had too much wealth. So that's one of the reasons why he ended up leaving and going to dwell in Mount Seir.
Is it kind of like the situation with like Abraham and Lot?
Yes.
And now it's with Jacob and Esau. But did they amend? Because I know that Esau was coming after Jacob because he was upset. Or is that was that before or after?
No, so yeah, so basically what happens is that you basically like Messiah still with his anger for Jacob. You know what I'm saying? That way, because Esau's hatred never went away. You know what I'm saying? He did show up with it's like when Jacob was one to come through, he's coming back. He knew that his brother still had enmity toward him. At least is what he knew, because Jacob was gone from the land for 20 years. And he spent 14 years, getting his first two wives. Another 6 years, raising up, the cattle and the wealth of Laban. And so, but he knew that when he left, his brother hated him.
Yes.
So when he sent his messengers to say, "Hey, I'm coming in. Here's some gifts." Esau definitely had malice on his mind, because he showed up with 400 men. So why would you show up with 400 men that planning on murdering somebody, unaliving somebody? So he definitely had some enmity towards him. Like I said, the Most High, was with Jacob at the time, so he was able to, to quell Esau's anger for the moment. But I would say that the anger for Esau the hatred never went away. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Most High, when you serve him, like he'll make your enemies to be at peace with you.
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying. So that just ended up how that being that way. Because it says in Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, that Esau's hatred is perpetual. It's everlasting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did a class, prepare on perpetual hatred, where it goes back to that time. You know what I'm saying? To this time that the hatred has been there. And you read further on, like in Judges, in Numbers, you know what I'm saying, you'll see how Edom would deal with the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They would deal dishonorably with them. Yeah, so Esau would always, after that, the Esau or the Edomites, right, will always deal wrongfully with the Israelites. Like anytime they can take up a sword against Israel, they would. You know what I'm saying? So that just means that the hatred never went away. But for a time, the Most High did calm that hatred for Esau to his brother, because Jacob served him so perfectly. So that's also, like I said, at the end it says Esau is Edom. Esau's name was changed to Edom when he took that red pottage. And Edom means red. It also means wasteful. So that's basically Edom name today is, like you say, it means wasteful, because he not only did he waste his birthright, he also eating raw meat is not healthy. You know what I'm saying? That can definitely unalive you if had any kind of bad bacteria or any kind of bad parasites in it. And him not waiting for Jacob to finish Jacob to finish the pottage, just shows the kind of person that he is. So he's not as strong-willed or strong-minded as you would think. You know what I'm saying? He spent the whole day hunting, but I guess you could say he came back empty-handed. And he said he was faint and ready to die. Of course, those are Esau's words. So yeah, so that's said, like Edom eventually become known as Idumea. It's in as words and names evolve over time. So that's why we said, I said earlier, that's why we're able to point to who Edom is today by the progression of that word and who the people that took up that word. You know what I'm saying? Word, you know what I'm saying? The Romans, the Greeks, you know what I'm saying? Italians, all of them were the people of Idumea, or they're Idumeans. And then they spread from there to cover all of Europe. Listen, they didn't, you know what I'm saying, anybody tell that Europeans had the whole continent was theirs. It was not at a certain point. They said they were located in Mount Seir. From Mount Seir, they went to the Caucasus Mountains. Some of them did. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, they spread out from there. I can't remember the exact timeline, but the one thing, like I think it was like the Moors, or either the Moors or one of the Arabs have found the people and kind of like brought them out of the mountains. That's when you start seeing like Philip the First. That's where after a while you see Alexander. Their people come like around that time where they start coming to take over things, and make their own kingdom. So that happens then. After that time, then they spread across the European continent from there. So it was not even if you look in let's say somewhere like Amsterdam, right? People like to say, people always see that they have a heavy blackface influence in Amsterdam. The reason for that being is because a lot of their cultural figures who were important in history, important to that country, were all dark-skinned people. You know what I'm saying? And so they know that, and they honor that by dressing up in blackface. So even that showed that, even in their own history, that they weren't there first. They weren't the ones that were setting laws and ruling the land first. They came up secondly. And this is how, but like I said, even then they dealt deceitfully. You know what I'm saying? They always come to you, they always come like as being nice. You know what I'm saying? Want to shake your hand and deal and trade, but they're always looking for a way to get above. And this is not just with our people. They do this with everybody across the world. If you look at the so-called oppressor, the white man's dealings with anybody, no matter the nation that you want to say, the Greeks, the French, whoever. Whenever they deal with a new people that's not their people, they come first in wanting to deal in trade, and then when they find a certain weakness, they exploit it. Think about think about the Chinese, right? And the opioid crisis they had over there. They saw that these people would use opioids, you know what I'm saying, that the monks would. And so to control the people, they know the people is to the monks. So they found a way to get their hands and become the main distributor of opioids, and then got the monks hooked more on opioids. Had the people follow the monks, which were following them, which allowed them to come in and take over China for a while. Listen, they did the same thing with Africa. They did the same thing for a time with the Middle East. Now Australia, they were a prison colony for Australia, but this is like anywhere you see them go, that's how they start off. They did the same thing in the Americas. Nothing with the natives over here, North, Central, South America. They come with the hand of trade. Say, hey, we want to get down what you got. You take what we got. And while they're there, they're looking to, all right, what do these people got over here? And I'm saying, who's fighting who? Who's beefing with who? Anything that they're using that we can like take and exploit and get them addicted to or take away from them. Remember in Christopher Columbus' own journal, when he came over here, when he landed like what we call Puerto Rico today. He landed there, and when he talked with the natives, and he wrote in his journal that, oh man, these are a nice and peaceable people. They make good slaves. Saying that's these people's thought patterns. For us, it's always, you know what I'm saying, how can they take things to a more extreme with us? They said, like I said, they've gone across the whole world, subjugating everybody, but it's only a select group of people where they actively went out of their way to get rid of their heritage or their inheritance, which is the language, the culture, you know what I'm saying, and to forcibly go into their religion. They've always forced you into their religion. But for us, this time around, they said, you know what, these people, who want them to serve us outright, let's just take their whole culture away from them. They said they've been in Africa for hundreds of years, and they've never taken away, you know, the culture of those people. They forced them into Christianity, but they never made them forget their family names. They never made them forget their culture as a whole until they came over here. You know, they forced, you know, saying the natives over here to get rid of their culture. When they brought so-called black people over as slaves, they didn't do the same thing to that as well. We were then forced to forget our culture, our language. A lot of times when you ask black people, what's your history? Where do you come from? Our starting point is always, well, you know, we were brought over as slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes the question, who were you before? Now, the people who brought you over here know who you were before. That's why they had you change your name. That's why you see a lot of manifestos from that time. Someone will have ancient Hebrew sounding names, or what people sometimes call today Muslim names, because for a time, you know, saying our people were slaves under Muslims and adapted into their culture. So you will see Muslim names, you'll see ancient Hebrew names. Remember where we're taken from, that Gold Coast and the Ivory Coast, on the ancient maps was called the Kingdom of Judah. So they know exactly who they were taking. They knew that the people over there, who we call the Hamites, they knew that these people didn't like these people. Why? Because when we escaped from Israel in 70 AD, we went into Africa like we always did. Why? Because we look so similar, which is to be expected, especially when you share a lineage, going far back. I remember that Shem and Ham are brothers. Now you're going to have, a lot of you're going to share a lot of similar facial features. That's just how that works. And so we was going to escape from whoever was where we're against at the time. We will always just flood into Africa. Most place we go to just be Egypt, because it's just right there. But in 70 AD, that wasn't enough. Just because Rome had Egypt under its captivity, so you can't flee into Egypt. You got to go beyond Egypt now. So we fled over there. Even in a lot of the history from the west coast of Africa talks about the people that came in at a certain point in time that weren't from there and settled there, and we kept ourselves distant from them. We had our own rules, our own laws, and everything, and they did not like that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't like that we came in. We're basically invaders.
Yeah.
Basically. And so as the time that we were there, of course, there was some assimilation that went on. But time they didn't want us there. You know what I'm saying? You take any foreign people, they come in, they start setting up shop in your country. Now you wouldn't like that either. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to get rid of them too. So that's what they did. They made that deal with the Edomites. So hey, we got these people here we don't like. You know what I'm saying? Kind of at war over here too. We'll capture them and sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? People often forget that. A good thing about that we see in modern times, if you look at the movie the Woman King,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, that was about the Ney tribe. The Ney tribe was one of the last tribes of Africa to finally, quote unquote, stop selling slaves. You know what I'm saying? They would go and capture who they knew who they even called at the time Negroes. They would capture them and then sell them to the white people, which is a part of the history that's always left out. We're always kind of told that our oppressor came over there and just kind of took us. That's not how he did it. You know what I'm saying? That's not how that happened. He went over there. Like I said, he always scopes out the situation. Say, hey, these people don't like these people. So yeah, we don't like those people. Well, here we got some firearms. I know that you're beefing with this other tribe. Give us those people. We'll give you these firearms. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that ended up rocking like that. So our president didn't just go in and just start taking people. He went in and made deals, and the people of the land went in and captured people, and then sold to them. Which is why, you know what I'm saying, when in the school where we say we don't have any love for the Hamites. You know what I'm saying there's a hatred against them too. And our hatred in our school is like the most high hatred. It's not of a person's skin color. It's not of your race. Nothing like that. It's always the crimes committed against our people. That was never we never got justice for. So we never got justice for the African sellers to the white people. We never got justice for being under captivity to the white man. You know, for a time he said that he was going to remember after the Civil War. You know, Abraham Lincoln's plan was to send us back to Africa. But that ended up happening for a couple of reasons. One, that was stopped by Congress. They stopped that because you got people here that you can still use cheap labor to still build up the country. It wasn't until after we started wanting more rights and wanted to be treated more equally that they brought in more Europeans, more Chinese to say, all right, you Africans black people want to play this way, we'll take this from you. You know what I'm saying? It's just because of our oppression, like the hatred is always going to be there. It was always there from that time on. Most High quelled Esau's anger just for that time. You know what I'm saying? But his descendants, carried on that hatred. Kind of like what they call nowadays epigenetics, is where you carry on certain feelings or certain tendencies from your ancestors. Like for Black folks and even Hispanics, we carry on a certain trauma from our time in this country, and a lot of the Edomites, they carry on a certain hatred. A lot of them don't even know why they don't like us that much. They just know that they don't. They never, so not knowing, they find excuses. For us now, they're lazy. Oh, they're sexual deviants. Nobody can compare the sexual deviancy of the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? They're sexual deviants. They don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Or they like fried chicken and watermelon. I don't know how liking the fruit in food is a bad thing, but they've turned that into a negative. Why? Because they have to have a reason to hate us. Because in their minds, in their DNA, the DNA says, I hate these people, but their mind cannot rationalize why they hate us. So they have to come up with a reason to hate. So that reason then becomes, well, you guys are lazy. And a matter of fact, we made you guys' lives better. And since you guys wanted freedom so much, we gave it to you, but now you guys always complain. So they're always going to find a reason to hate. It's just like they have their spirit needs a reason. Their spirit needs it because they already do. But sorry, kind of got a little away from it. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue on. Reading the scriptures. Like I said, this going over this whole next part, just be going over the rest of the generations of Esau, like all his descendants. So still Genesis chapter 36, verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons. Zilpah, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau. Reuel, the son of Bashemath, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Timan, Omar, Zepho, and Gotham, and Kenaz. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerah, and Shammah, and Mizah. These are the sons of Bishamath's of Bishamath, Esau's wife. Also, Amalek is an important name because Amalek is the who we call the so-called Jewish man today. That's his tribe. So a lot of times you hear us referred to the so-called Jewish man as Amalek. That's who his forefathers date back to. Uh, Verse 14. And these were the sons of Olihabama, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of uh, Zabion, Esau's wife. And she bare to Esau Jishu and Ja'alam and Korah. These were the dukes of the sons of Esau and the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. And these are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shema, Duke Mizah. These are the dukes that came of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Aholibama, Esau's wife, Duke Jishu, Duke Ja'alam, Duke Korah. These were the dukes that came of Aholibama, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes. Duke is just like another term for ruler, pretty much. This is where that title initially comes from. That was starting to use up in Europe. They would say, no, you got dukes and things like that. This is where the term starts at. Verse 20. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabit the land, Lotan, and Shabal, and Zebion, and Anah, and Dishan, and Izer, and Dishan, and Dishan. These are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. And the children of Lotan were Hori, and Hemam, and Lotan, and Timnah. The children of Shabol were these: Alvan, and Manahath, and Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. These were the children of Zabion, both Aja and Anna, and this was that Anna that found the mules of the wilderness, as he fed the asses of Zebion, his father. The children of Anah were these: Dishan and Holibama, the daughter of Anah. These are the children of Dishan: Hemdan and Ishban and Ithron and Chiron. The daughter of Izar are these: Bilhan and Zavan and Akan. The daughters of Dishan are these: Uz and Aran. These are the dukes that came of the Horites: Duke Lotan, Duke Shabal, Duke Zabion, and Duke Anah, Duke Dishan, Duke Izir, Duke Dishan, Disan. These are the dukes that came of Hori, among their dukes in the land of Seir. And these names are important because these are names that some of these names you'll see later on, and you see them in Deuteronomy, other parts of the Bible later on. This is all this is Genesis, the beginning. This is all showing where everybody comes from in their beginnings.
We're probably gonna have to head off because our baby's just crying. However, we will be back Are you guys start service? I thought you start service at noon, right?
No, we start at 11. Like I said, today I just
Okay.
started late. I had to work today, and I had problems with the
No
computer.
worries. So we came at a good time though. So I'm glad we were able to at least catch you. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us.
Hey, no problem.
Yes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the guidance as well. We will be back.
Okay, no problem. Also, just so you know, baby crying, that's never an issue here.
Got it. All right.
So that's we expect it out of babies.
Yeah. Keep crying. He's just not having it today.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thank you so much.
I continue on. On a few verses to go. The kings of Edom. These are the kings that reign in the land of Edom. Before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. In Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom. The name of his city was Dinabah. And Bela died, and Jabad, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his stead. And Jabad died, and Husham, of the land of Temani, reigned in his stead. And mute the mic. Okay. All right. So that was, I don't know if everybody heard, that was all to the 38th verse. That was the 49th verse for today. Like I said, this kind of thought it. So this was just like I said, going over this is going over, like saying Esau's descendants today. Right? There's still a couple more that would be gotten into. Right? And then we'll continue on from there. You know what I'm saying? The next 49 verses next week. Yeah, so like I said, there's not much more to get into for real. Talk about. So just know that a lot of these names that you'll see, like Amalek and I believe Timnah or Timon, are names that definitely come up later on that you see a lot of. Just know that these are who those people come from. This is their lineage, their genealogy. He said all this goes back, like I said earlier, our oppressor, right? He like I said, he didn't start by ruling all of Europe. You know what I'm saying? He didn't start that way at all. He started like in the mountains, right? And from there, he spread across Europe, and then of course our oppressor, he doesn't always. He always tells you his version of the truth, right? His version of the truth is that somehow he was always on top. He was always here. You know what I'm saying? You let Edomite today tell you they was always in America. when they only been in America for the last 400 years, 500 years. And saying that's how long they've been in America. But let them tell it. They've, saying their ancestors like, oh, my ancestors were here for a long time. No, they weren't. They got here in the not even the 1400s for real, really like the 1500s is when they really start to come over. And so really the last 500 years when their people started coming over here. But like I said, let them tell it. They've been in America for forever. You know what I'm saying? And the 500 years seems like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, in the whole time frame of how long we've been on this planet, 500 years is just not a lot of time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It goes by very quickly. People think that slavery was so long ago. It was the Civil War, 1864, something like that. It's only been 100 plus years since ending slavery. It's only been 60 years since the time of the so-called civil rights movement. Which means what? Time what we think is as long as the time just really isn't. You know what I'm saying? People want to make it seem like civil rights movement was so long ago, because they do that by showing us pictures that's in black and white. But by this point, they had color pictures. They just to be deceitful, they'll show you black and white pictures. Because you see black and white, your mind thinks old and dated. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the ways that they like. That's one of their deceitful ways. That's why we call them, you know what I'm saying, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Devil only means deceiver, right? It means somebody that's a liar. But yeah, just so like I said, this is why it's kind of redundant when you go through these genealogies. It's always going back over who birthed who and who was the son of who, the daughter of who. Right. That's just how Israelites keep genealogies.
Right. Like that's why, like if I could, that's why even when we come up to, you know what I'm saying, the podium, we always they always ask for the registry. What's your registry? So you'd be like Amatazal, Ban Yashikar, Ban Yashral. And then that's when, you know what I'm saying, it's like that's like arguing, you know what I'm saying? Who are you and where you're from? Who is your father? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even in the schools, we always ask, like, you know what I'm saying, what's your nationality? You know what I'm saying? We always go back to what it is, you know what I'm saying, who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important to understand who you are, you know what I'm saying? And to destroy a whole nation is to take away their identity, which is what they really did to us. And they destroyed us by giving us another identity and another culture. You know what I'm saying? So now we live by their rules and we forget ours. So it's like
Constant. No, that's right. That's why I explained to them earlier, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the ways that they you know what I'm saying, that hatred they have against us, you know what I'm saying? They've gone everywhere across this. Our president has gone to every people, every country, continent, and they have oppressed those people there and forced a lot of people into their religion, but they never destroyed their identity.
Right. Like ours is the only ones that got destroyed through a whip and so much abuse and, you know, so much bloodshed, to where we just fearfully, you know what I'm saying, worship these devils, you know. We look up to them now.
Constant, right? And that's just that don't show your hatred of people. I don't know what does. You know what I'm saying? Esau, you know, so hatred for us is perpetual. You want to know, you know, like actions always speak louder than words, right?
Right.
You know, Esau shows his hatred for us all the time. You know what I'm saying? It showed that he didn't hate nobody more than he hated the blacks, Hispanics, so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Right. When it comes to us, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when you look back on it, he went to Africa. You know, so he conquered all of Africa for a time, even still today, really. But he never forced the Africans to abandon their culture. he told them, "Hey, you're gonna worship this Christianity God," but he never forced them to forget who they were as a people. It never really forced them to forget, you know, all their heritage and everything that comes with them. The same thing with the Arabs, the Middle Eastern, the Arabs. The same thing with all the Asian countries. They were never forced to completely abandon their culture, completely abandon who they were as people, abandon their names and things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even when he ruled over them for a time before they took back their freedom. But when it comes to us, you know what I'm saying, it just no, he forcibly made us forget who our ancestors were and what they were all about. To where even if even if you're on the side of the world, right? Like I said, native to this land, North Central South America, to where most natives, saying, don't even remember, recall a lot of their history. You know what I'm saying? And they're picking up bits and pieces of what they can somewhat remember what was written down from their culture from before. The same thing with those in Central and South America. And also the white man is so cunning. I thought about this, saying the other night. The white man, our oppressor is so cunning. I don't think he's doing serious. What was put up on, saying this person put in the comic section. You know what I'm saying? From Benjamin Robertson's, as a white man and Edomite, I'm sorry, sir. I recognize my future and welcome it, sir. How can I better serve the Israelites, sir? I'd even do a boot kiss, but I don't know if there is a camp near me. It's, a lot of times, like a lot of you might say that they say a lot of times they say that in jest. It's I don't. Listen, if you was that serious, about doing a boot kiss, you can easily just go on ISUPK website and see who's close to you, and then go to that camp and do a boot kiss. Right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? Don't speak in words, but speak as in deeds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm truly sorry. You know what I'm saying? You'll go record yourself doing that.
You'll do the work.
Yeah. Don't tell me in the comment section. Tell me in the comment section don't mean nothing to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Show me a video of you actually doing that. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, oh, that white man was really sorry. Until then, words are just words to us. they don't carry weight around here. But the Edomites, I said, they forced us into that. That just shows you how much hatred they have towards us. That hatred is never it's perpetual, it's everlasting. The things that they've done, not just to us but to this whole earth, is why the Most High said that they have to basically go extinct. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because if they you give them like a centimeter, you give them a centimeter, they end up taking 20 miles. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know the saying goes, you give an inch, they take a mile, but our oppressors don't know how to not take more than what he needs.
Right. That's an open dialogue where they're just talking about what the Most High is talking about, like, will they not, basically saying, paraphrasing, have stolen until there was enough? Like, they were just, if there was like grapes on the ground, they would take everything, down to the root. They'll take the roots if they have to. They go into a building, they won't just look for, valuables, like, whatever it may be, phone, jewelry, money, anything worth something. Yeah. Nah, they'll take the whole thing. They'll take, the tiles, they'll paint, everything, all the headlamps, they'll take everything. So things that they don't even, and that's what they did to us, they didn't have to take, they had their culture, but they had to take ours too. They had to take us, they had to take the identity of an Israelite, the identity of the real Jews, they had to take our land, they had to take everything from us and claim it theirs.
Constantly.
What I'm saying? Now everybody believes and everybody thinks that they are the people of that land. And it happened before, back in time too, even in the Bible where, this woman was talking about when he went up to Christ and he was saying, my fathers, worship, in this land and this and that. But then Christ had a checker on that and say, ye worship ye know not what. Constantly, but we know what we worship for salvation is of the Jews. You know what I'm saying? Right. You guys could, go ahead. You guys could worship whatever you guys want to do. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna come a time where not your fathers nor you are gonna worship in this land. You know what I'm saying? this is not even for you. So go ahead, enjoy it while it lasts.
Right.
Because you don't even know what you're talking about.
Constantly. Yeah. That's our impression. I said he's definitely something. Not definitely something. Yeah, he's biggest liar, biggest deceiver
Right.
on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever you speak about it, our pressure is so. You know what I'm saying? His cunning. You know what I'm saying? Just runs so deep that, you know what I'm saying, whenever you speak about, the white man being a so-called devil, one of our people always got to say, there's black devils too. You know what I'm saying? It's like our people have been set to a mindset where they have to always constantly defend our oppressor.
Right. With the idea that not everything is good.
Constantly, yeah.
Right. Like, which is horrible, you know what I'm saying, to think, because now you believe you yourself are evil, you believe you yourself aren't worth anything, you know what I'm saying? And it's really because of what the images that we be worshiping, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think white is, you know what I'm saying, heroic, you know what I'm saying? Just like that Caesar Borgia, who the world calls Jesus Christ, but it's a white devil, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that alone, just kneeling down to pray and worship, and the first image that pops into your head is something white instead of something black, which is the true image of Christ.
Constantly,
You know what I'm saying? A black man with an afro, red eyes, as a flaming fire, you know what I'm saying? So with him being in your mind consistently of what savior, you know what I'm saying, image would be, now you got to protect the savior, which is white people.
Right.
So it's like,
no, Constant, that's absolutely right. Like I said, it's saying his it knows no end. You know what I mean? Even today, I said, like, they've been in this land for so long, they think they're the only ones. They forget, you know what I'm saying, when they went and named these lands, right, they gave the name of America, and they broke it up to North, Central, and South America. All the lands over here having the name America. White, our oppressors' mindset is just so selfish, you know what I'm saying? Like, only him. When our brothers and sisters come over from Mexico or Guatemala, Brazil, Colombia, wherever they come to the United States, they a lot of our oppressors like to tell them that, they're not Americans. When technically, if you live in if you're born in any one of these continents over here, North, Central, or South America, you are an American. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part of it, is that they're quick to say who you're not, but they won't tell you who you are. You know what I'm saying? They're quick to say, no, you're not an American, but y'all forcibly come over here and call all these lands America. So any part of this land that's over here is an American. You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all dubbed it. But now, because they see this as being higher than us, now it's like, oh no, only a white man could be considered an American, which is true. Still a white man's name that the name comes from. But we're only all American when they want something from us. They're saying when they want your vote, when they want you to be submissive. Now it's like, oh, we're all Americans. But until then, no, you're not an American.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just the deceitfulness of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's the father of lies. Even in his like I said, his own view of history is just so skewed. Even modern times, like the computer. A lot of white people think that a white person invented the computer. They didn't. Even modern cell phones was by black people. Saying that everything that everybody kind of enjoys today was not even invented by the so-called white man. So the traffic lights, washers and dryers, you know what I'm saying? Cell phones, computers, you know what I'm saying? What was it? The modern way the way we make cars today, the blueprint for cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that was from dark skin, was from black and brown people that they just took credit for. And because during that time, like saying trying to get a patent as a black man or as a Hispanic man was damn near impossible. So what happened? So you come up with an invention, and your oppressor would just take the patent for that, take the idea, go to the patent office, and now it's his. And now you assume that because this patent was started by this person that he was the originator of it. It's not even the case. Like a lot of those patents are just things that they just took credit for, because they know that our people didn't know nothing about going to no patent office. They're saying like why that be something that you would think to do? Saying you made an invention, and you just pushed forward your technology, but our oppressor has a way to where he has to be the center of everything. Everything has to come from him. He has to have created everything. He brought civilization to the world. Well, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Even now, you're not civilized people. You have to first be civil to have a civilization.
Right.
Now, our oppressor doesn't really know that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so hold anybody too much longer. I said we'll be back here again. We will be starting on time next week. So Salakia for that. So is there anything else you want to bring out, sir?
Nah, I was trying to look for a scripture where it talks like basically where they changed their images, you know what I'm saying, in the face of their
That's in Job.
There was another one.
Another one?
Yeah. Where General Hazayan brought it out too. You know what? I'm gonna bring out this one real quick.
Constant.
In Second King or Second Esdras.
Yeah, like I said, I think everybody online that rock with this today. And that tuned in. If you have any questions, you can always type in your comments your questions in the comments section. And we'll respond back. Just because you missed the class or you reading it, you rush the class later on down the road. You can always ask questions in that comment section on that class. Just like you do with anything else, you know what I'm saying, with any other these videos out here, all y'all still go out and still read, you know what I'm saying, still leave comment section for videos that's like years old. Right.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, that's it. Constant. All right. So with that, we're going to end with these prayers. So Amidra, Mr. Stan, upon your Hakodan is to turn and face the east. All right, so get into it with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Haya, Shunka, Yahweh, Makwatka, Taba'ah, Tazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'aratazai, Kawa, Haya, Bashemaya, Athalanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yuam, Wasalaknawa, Kawathinawa, Kazalaknawa, Kawathinawa, Wala, Tabayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abba, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wata Parath, La'awalanyam, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. The Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai. Baba Kasha. Thalanawa. Hakak. Hakak Rapa'ah. Kal Maka'ah. Wakal Madawa. Hakat Latahar.
Hakat Latahar.
How much is Orion?
How much is Orion?
Hakat
Hakat.
Lakwayam.
Nakwayam.
Hamathium.
Amati.
Hakat
Hakat.
Arkarwa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagar Shun.
Lagar Shun.
Bashim Yawashai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
In English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Your name Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
and all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
Name Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you so much.
Blessings for Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa.
Laraka now.
That's like Barak Lanawa.
Barak now.
Wash Allah.
Washa'ala.
Wahabathia. It's like Wahabath.
Wahaba.
It's like Wahabayat.
Wahabayat.
Saparium.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
In Israel.
And Israel.
In the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you so much.
All right, so Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Aharyam,
Ahari.
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah,
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
Isaiah.
Ma'aim,
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Aisha,
Asha.
Shemayim,
Shemai.
Baratazah,
Baratza.
Ayathan,
Ayathan.
Mamawat,
Lamawat.
Ragalka,
Regalka.
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hana,
Hana.
La'ah,
La'ah.
Yanawam,
Yanawam.
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah.
Yashan,
Yeshan.
Shawamar,
Shalomar.
Yashra'al,
Yeshral.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamar.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Tazalka.
Ayat,
Ayat.
Yamyaka,
Yamika.
Yawamam,
Yawamam.
Hashamash,
Hashemash.
La'ah,
La'ah.
Yakaka,
Yakaka.
Wayarak,
Wayarak.
Balayala,
Balayala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yeshamarka.
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai.
Yashamar,
Yeshamar.
Athnapashka,
Athnapashka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza'athka,
Tazaka.
Babawa'aka,
Wa'aka.
Ma'ita,
Ma'ita.
Wa'ai,
Wa'ai.
Iwalam.
I will love.
In English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills,
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
from whence cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help coming from Yahweh.
who's made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasharallah
he that keepeth Yashua
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in
from this time forth,
from this time forth,
even forevermore.
even forevermore.
All right, Psalms 83, first in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim.
Adam Yalakah,
Adam Yalakan.
Al Takarash,
Al Takarash.
Al Tashakwat,
Al Tashquat.
Al
Al
Kayahana,
Kayahana.
Al Yabdika,
Al Yamyaka.
Yahama,
Yahama.
Yawan,
Yawan.
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash.
Al Amaka,
Al Amaka.
Yara Yamwa,
Yaryama.
Sawadah,
Sawada.
Wayata,
Weta.
Yaitazawa,
Ya'aitazawa.
Al Tazapamonika,
Atazapawanika.
Amarwa,
Amaru.
Lakawa,
Lakawa.
Munakakidan,
Wanakakidam.
Magalia,
Magali.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Yazakar,
Yazakar.
Shamyashal,
Shamyashral.
Awada,
Awada.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Noaitazawa,
Nawaitazawa.
Laba,
Laba.
Yakadwa,
Yakadu.
Ayaka,
Ayat.
Baryath,
Baryat.
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa.
Ahoya,
Ahali.
Adawam,
Adawam.
Washma Aliam,
Wayashima Aliyam.
Mawa'aba,
Mawab.
Wahagariam,
Wagari.
Gabal,
Gabal.
Waimawan,
Waimawan.
Waimalak,
Waimalak.
Palashath,
Palashat.
Am Yeshabya,
Am Yeshabya.
Tazawar,
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar,
Gamashawar.
Nalawai,
Nalawa.
Imam,
Aiman.
Hayawa,
Ayawa.
Zarawai,
Zarawat.
Banyan Lawat,
Labani Lawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham.
Kamadin,
Kamadi.
Kasaya,
Kasiyat.
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah.
Kayabyan,
Kayabin,
Banakar,
Bankal,
Koyashwan,
Kayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashimad,
Ba'ayan,
Bayan,
Da'ara,
Dara,
Hawaya,
Hawiya,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
La'adam,
Shayatamu,
Shayatamu,
Nada,
Nada,
Yatmawa,
Yabmuwa,
Ka'arab,
Ka'arab,
because of Abba,
Kaza'ab,
because of Bak,
Kazabak,
Katazar,
Katazar,
Mana'ai,
Manai,
Ka,
Ka,
Nasayakamwa,
Nasayakamwa,
Ashar, Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amaru,
Naira Shah,
Nair Rashad,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath,
Ad,
Na'awa,
Nawat,
Allahayim,
Alahayim,
Allahayim,
Alahayim,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamu,
Kagagala,
Kagalu,
Kakwash,
Kwash,
Lapanya Raka,
Lapanya Raka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Taba'ira,
Tabai,
Ya'ira,
Ya'ayim,
Wakal Haba,
Kala Abba,
Talahat,
Tabahat,
Harayam,
Sorry,
Harayam,
Bahariyam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tharadatma,
Tawadama,
Basairaka,
Wasairaka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapatka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Malaha,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kualawan,
Kualawan,
Wayabakashwa,
Wayabakashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahal,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahal,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayapakaru,
Wayabagwa,
Wayabadu,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ath,
Ba'a,
Na'ath,
Na'a,
it's like Ath,
Slaki,
I'm just like Atha, it's like
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahaw,
Labaka,
Labak,
Ayuan,
Ayawan,
Alka,
Alkal,
Harataza.
Haratza.
In English, keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still, O God.
and be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee,
and that they hate thee,
as thou lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
come,
let us cut them off from being a nation.
let us cut them off from being a nation.
The name of Yasharallah
That the name of Yasharallah
may be no more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
Therefore they consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and Hagarim,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
So also joined with them.
So also is joined with them.
Their hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kisan,
at the brook of Kisan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zeeb,
and like Zahab.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Sabah,
all their princes as Zabah,
and as Amunah,
and as Amun,
who said,
who said,
let's take to ourselves
let's take to ourselves
the houses of God
the houses of God
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stumbling before the wind,
as it stumbled before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burned the wood,
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire,
To persecute them with thy tempest,
to persecute them with thy tempest,
make them afraid with thy storm,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
fill their faces with shame,
Make their faces, like, fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may see thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame and perish,
let them be put to shame and perish.
that men may know that thou,
That may we know that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high of all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth.
All right, this is the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barak atah Yahweh,
Why Yahweh Shai?
wa Yahweh Shai,
Why am like Allah?
wa Mayaka Allah,
Why Allahayim?
wa Allahayim,
Adazab Ya'ah?
and Tazab Ya'ah,
Alawap Yahana?
Alawap Yahan,
Ha Alawapyu?
Ha Alawapyu,
Ha Saranyu?
Ha Sarani,
Kwatazayayim?
Akwata Zayayu,
Hakal Yayim?
Hakaya Yalu,
Wa Akwathim?
wa Akwati,
Yahweh?
Yahweh,
Bashim Yahweh Shai?
Hashem Yahweh Shai,
Thwad Aman.
the water on mine.
In the English. Bless you Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Yahweh Shai,
And Michael.
and Mike,
And the angels.
and the angel,
Commanding Journey Hana.
command Jeremy Hunter,
The generals.
the generals,
The captains.
the captains,
The officers.
the officers,
The troopers.
the troops,
And the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Name Yahweh Shai.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you. So be it.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, shutting. Trying to be seated. We're gonna go in the service with a courtesy salute. Israel Majum, Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shina Shai Brakat.
It's like Yahweh Shimi Asher Brakatah.
Yahweh Shina Shai Brakatah, Yahweh Matah. Service dismissed.